I'm pleased to welcome to our studios today Jane Gagliardo from East Stroudsburg. Jane has a very interesting story. She wears multiple hats. First of all, you told me you are a state-certified counselor. You're a counselor and advocate for women's domestic violence and sexual assault victims. You're also the subject of a book that was written 2.5 years ago called Call to Witness. So I guess let's start at the beginning. How did this book come about? You were fired from your job, you told me. I'm going to let you tell the story. So
Okay.
explain how this all came about and a book came to be written about it.
Okay. Well, the book is called To Witness, and I worked for a large pharmaceutical company for almost a decade, and they fired me. They said it was for performance, but it took me about 6.5 years to get them into federal court, and I proved with a jury trial that I was fired because of my disability of multiple sclerosis.
Wow, so this is a major accomplishment. And then this was done, this went up to the state Supreme Court level.
Yes, it did. Yes, in Harrisburg.
So now your story being told in this book. So what is the purpose of the book and what's your message to people? Because you went through a lot.
Yes. Well, the book is about my journey of, growing up in a very abusive home, leading into why did I feel I could fight this large pharmaceutical company. It was to right a wrong. All I wanted to do, Lisa, was work. And they blackballed me. They didn't allow me to do that for almost 3 years in the area. So I went out of the area to work because I wanted to be a functional human being. Just because you have a disability doesn't mean that you can't function in the normal, whatever that is, world of employment. So Sherry and I met through a mutual friend.
Sherry's the author of the book?
Yes, Sherry Blackman. And we met through a mutual friend who felt that the story should be told because it changed the law. The trial changed the law for people with disabilities under the ADA, the American with Disabilities Act.
So let's talk about that. How did it change the law?
Under the American with Disabilities Act, there are life functions that you have to be able to do, feeding yourself, dressing yourself, and so on. My case changed because memory, concentration, and fatigue were never considered a life function. But since my trial, they now are considered that.
So this is an unbelievable story. You were persistent, you fought, you won. So now the book. So you want people to be aware of the book because you want to inspire other people and let them know, what you went through and that they don't have to go through that.
Exactly right. And people need to stand up for each other as well as themselves. And a portion of all the proceeds of this book goes to multiple sclerosis for research and hopefully to find a cure, a cause or a cure for it.
And if people in our viewing audience would like to read your book, and I hope they do, where would they be able to get it?
They can get it on Amazon. It's on Kindle. It's in the bookstores. You would have to ask them to order it. I'm not famous, so it doesn't sit on the shelf, unfortunately. Not yet, anyway. And they can get it in the libraries as well.
Have you heard from people like that maybe were in your shoes, that it's helped or guided them in some way?
Yes, particularly at book signings. People will come up that, they'll have the book, they want us to sign it, but they share their story. They share their struggles and obstacles that they've had with large companies. And, I just want people to know that they need to hold people accountable for the way they're treated.
Well, very interesting situation. Congratulations on your
Thank you.
success. The book, again, is called Call to Witness. You can get it, as Jane said, at Amazon, Kindle, bookstores, and in libraries, of course. Hope you'll check it out, and thanks for being an inspiration.
Thank you for having me. I truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Our pleasure.